my video got interrupted. I'm gonna have to learn to edit now, because I'm not starting all the way over, because I'm like half an hour in, and I'm only halfway done. So, I'm gonna be forced to learn to edit. Darn it. Damn it, Janet. Okay, damn it. Oh. I'm gonna say, I've been working with the Oracle a lot lately because of the Oracle deck I bought that I've been very happy with, and I've really enjoyed working on it. So that I've been doing a lot of lately. So that is my preferred method right now. What are some ways you keep yourself grounded? Oh, man. I'm not exactly... like, when I'm doing, like, a spell, or... If you're talking about like that, I guess I do the pretty common thing of just imagine, like, roots growing out of my feet and just kind of, like, going deep down in the earth and just holding me there kind of deal. That's what you're talking about? That's what I think you're talking about. I don't know. Okay. Have you ever had a spell go horribly wrong? Who hasn't? Oh my gosh. If you haven't had a spell go horribly wrong, really? Are you in denial? Because everybody's had a spell go wrong. Because everybody's done either a spell in haste, grabbed the wrong ingredient, used the wrong correspondence table, or just completely fudged up the words. Did something wrong. Everybody's done something wrong. What are your opinions on initiation rituals? If they're part of your tradition, okay. I really don't have an opinion this side or the other. I can understand why some traditions would want them. You know, it helps weed out the people who won't be totally committed. But that's about it. Have you ever had full contact with your deity, and if so, what happened? I have. I was in a situation where I was just absolutely totally scared out of my mind. It was one of that had probably been the most scared I've ever been in my entire life. I was so scared I was crying, and that's not something I do. It's not something I do. I basically just screamed out for help. I didn't call on anyone in particular. I was just screaming for help, and she came, and she basically reminded me of who I am, how strong I am, and reminded me I can deal with it, and she has my back. To put it very, very, very simply, without getting into details, that's basically what happened. It was an awesome experience, by the way. Just let you know. Okay. What about you as non-witchy? What about me as non-witchy? What about me as non-witchy? I don't know what would be considered non-witchy about me, because, I mean, I pretty much consider almost everything I do has a little bit of me in it, and I am a witch, so, if you're talking about something that I do and don't consciously put any thought of being witchy into it, oh, jeez, I don't know. I'm sure it's something I'm not thinking of, but I don't have an answer for that one. For the dating witch, how do you tell a new love interest that you are a witch? If you're at a point where you are comfortable with telling them, you think it's time to tell them, just come out and be as honest as possible. Don't come in, with broomstick in one hand, cloak, pointy hat, and go, guess what? No, don't do that. No, don't do that. Just, break it gentle. Break it down. This is what I do. And just explain it to them, and get ready to be asked bajillion questions in return. Who is a past witch that has inspired you, whether famous or not? A past witch. I'm assuming by past you mean one that I've had contact with and am no longer in contact with, and I don't. I've never had that kind of influence. How do you handle rejection from a fellow witch that refuses to do a reading or spell for you? Oh well. C'est la vie. They have their reasons, whatever they may be, good, bad, or indifferent. Just, go find somebody that will. Unless you're asking for something that's just totally not doable. It is just totally not possible, or is like completely unethical to that person. Okay, unless that's the case, then just keep looking for somebody that will. 42. Do you think it's necessary to cast a circle when you do spell work or magical workings? To be perfectly frank and honest, a formal casting of a circle, like where I stand, I do the circle, call the corners, kind of. I only do that ritual. Kid you not, that's the only time I did that formal casting of a circle. If I'm standing there and if I'm doing my daily offering, whatever, then I do a little impromptu, just, in my, with my mind, with my hand kind of deal. I don't, no. 43. If Steven Spielberg called and wanted to make a movie of your life, who would you want to play as you? Wow, that would be like the most boring movie ever. Who would I want to play me? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. No idea. I don't think anybody would want to make a movie of my life unless they just had money to blow and didn't expect any kind of return. What is some advice that is given to you that you pass along because it made an impact on your path? Advice that was given to me that I pass along because it made an impact on my path. Okay, this is going to be really simple, and you're going to look at me and go, really? That's what you got? But it's one of the first things I ever heard when I started watching other witches on YouTube. If it feels right for you, do it. Just because it doesn't say something and it doesn't match what's in the book. Particularly if you're doing something that's not been documented very well. If it feels right, go for it. Include that sprig of rosemary, whatever the hell, whatever makes you flies your little witchy fancy. Do it. Okay, 45. What is some advice you would give someone who has not found their deity? Considering the fact that I just found mine recently, and I don't mean like yesterday, I mean like within the past couple years, and I've been doing this for a while, be patient. And not everybody gets a patron or a matron. Not everybody gets one. You may not get one in this lifetime. They may still be poking and testing and making sure you're ready, and you may not be ready in this lifetime. It may be the next one or the one after that. If you don't get one, don't sweat it. Just keep worshiping in the abstract. Because there's there are benefits to working in the abstract. You know, I mean, you still get the, you know, the fulfillment of working with deity. And, you know, you still get that connection. It's just you don't have a particular name. It's okay. It's alright. Be patient and make sure you look around for signs. If you're really that desperate to look for it, just start paying attention, because once she whacked me over the head finally and said, okay, look, enough. Pay attention to me. Now, I'm here. Look at me. I sat back and I went, oh, so that's why this, and this. Thought of stuff that had been going on my entire life. And I went, oh my God. You look back and you go, oh my freaking God, I'm an idiot. When they're ready, they'll tap you and let you know. If your soul's not ready this time around, there's no, all you can do is try and be patient. If anything else, be patient. That's all. Where do you buy your herbs? Well, ones that I do buy, I buy from Mountain Rose Herbs. If it's something that I'm out of and I need it like fresh and I'm not growing it, I'm not gonna lie, I will run to Publix. Why will I run to Publix? Because A, it's right around the corner from my house. B, there's no intent already on it. So it's magically free and clear and ready for me to go and latch onto and put what I need it to do. Okay. How did you feel casting your first circle? Silly, scared, stumbled, etc. And this is question number 47. My first circle, I was convinced the entire time I did it wrong. I was convinced I did it wrong. And I kid you not, I undid it and did it again. The first time I formally sat down and consciously did the circle, called the corners, I got to the point where I was getting ready to invoke the god and goddess, and I went, no, stop. I stopped it. I completely undid it and started all over again. I did. So don't feel bad. Because I was so scared, because I stumbled over my words, because I didn't have everything memorized, and oh my God, and I was 18. I didn't know any better. What was your first successful spell? I don't remember. I couldn't tell you. No idea. No idea. Not a clue. I couldn't tell you my first successful spell. What is your general practice of meditation? It's my general most common. I will sit on the floor like this, more than likely. I'll put my back up against something, and I will just, the best way to put it is just start to zone out. This is the best way I can put it. I will ground myself, I'll center, and I'll just go. Try, and I stress try. There's 3 boys in my house. It's not always. That's another reason why I always do my crap at night, too. Are you a day walker or a night comer? Really? I'm assuming somebody meant night owl. I'm a night owl. Very much so. 51. How and when did you know you wanted to be on this path? There's no video long enough to explain how I knew. It was not an easy decision. I was I was 18 and just out of high school when I first started looking into witchcraft, Wicca. I started out with Wicca, obviously. Remember the first book I bought was a book by Raymond Buckland, and I hated it because it was all about coven this and coven that, and I'm like, what? No. I think it was his complete book of witchcraft or something like that. And I was like, no. And then I found Silver Waving Wolf's How to Ride a Broomstick. Is that the first book? Whatever the first book was, I picked that up. And I read that and I went, oh, makes much more sense. So, what type of pagan are you? Wiccan, eclectic, Hedwig, or etc. I'm gonna go, because I pick and choose, and I admit I cherry pick. I try not to be blasphemous in my cherry picking, but I do. And so I guess that puts me under the eclectic side of the umbrella. What candle color do you use the most? Okay, I had to think about this one because I run out of candles a lot, but I the ones that I'm out of most often, which means I use them the most, are orange, green, and purple. Particularly the orange. I, for whatever reason, run out of orange constantly. Let's see. What area would you like to see your craft grow in? I would like to see my divination get stronger. Oh, sorry. Like to see my divination get stronger. I'd like to really like to get my own spell rating stronger. Really like to see that go. Okay, 55. What is your preference to buy or make your own tools? That depends on the tool. Mama knows her limitations. I am not a metal worker. Now, I made my own pentacle disc. I made my own runes. I found my wand. I know my limitations. When I needed an athame, I bought one. Well, I still have the blade. I haven't found a handle I liked, but I have an athame blade, so to speak. Not saying that when I get my stuff, I don't paint on it and color it and make it more mine. So, but yeah. Which fictional witch book or screen inspired you the most? Oh man, that's hard to say because there's some times where I'll be reading something that is not even witch related and it'll make me go, oh, you know what? Let me try this. So, but a witch book? I assume when we're talking about witch book, we're not talking fictional. So if we're talking non-fiction. Like something from Llewellyn or somewhere like that. Oh man, it inspired me the most. Okay, I would have to say the Stephanie Woodfield book. Is it Charge of the Dark Goddess? Oh my god, I really can't even remember the name of the book. Oh, that's bad. But that book, I think that's the one that actually yeah, I will go there because that's the one that helped get me the kick in the head from the Morrigan, and also because up to that point, before I'd read that book, I had never looked on YouTube for other witches. That's the book that made me go, I need to find other witches. I need community. I need to find out what's going on. And that's when I found Joey Morris, sorry. I said her name wrong. I'm sorry. Joey Morris. She was the first witch I found because I went on YouTube and I looked Morrigan and there was Joey. So, yeah. That's more than you needed to know, right? That was way more than the question, right? But that's the point too, right? Okay, so what was your first spell when you were alone or in a coven? And I was alone. I've always been alone. That sounds so sad when I say it out loud. Oh my god. That sounds so sad. Oh. What is your favorite candle or incense scent for magical purposes? I'm sorry, my eye, all of a sudden, it's like I got something in it all of a sudden. I'm sitting over here in a corner, so it might be dust or something, unfortunately. My favorite candle. I have this red bowl that has a candle in it. It came that way from Celebrating Home, I think. I bought it. My mom knows a lady, she does it, and she had this huge sale, and I went and cleaned out some candles off of her last year for like half price, if not more. I love that. Actually, it's going right now. I love that little red bowl. I love it. It's got a triple wick in it and everything. My incense scent. Right now, I am all over Dragon's Blood. I'm all about the Dragon's Blood lately. But I also really enjoy frankincense and myrrh. Those would be my two. I go back and forth between those two. What is your favorite place to go reconnect with nature? If we're talking outside my own yard, there's a state park. It's about half an hour from here or so, and river. It's a Hillsborough River State Park. I love going there. They have some awesome trails there, and you can walk right next to the river. Actually, that is where I found my wand. Even I know you're not supposed to take anything from the park. I know this, but when something calls out to you and says you take me home now, you listen, right? So, do you believe in fantasy creatures? Unicorns, gnomes, elves, fairies, etc. Yes, I do. Do I work with them a lot? No, I don't. Do you believe in ghosts and spirits? Yes, I do. What, if any, legal herb do you use for moods? I don't, and that would explain so many of my mood swings. I'm a moody bitch. I can be. What is your most recent spell or ritual you have done? Well, I do one every day, to connect with my goddess. I do that every day. So I haven't done it today, so I did it yesterday. Would you ever teach a craft? I don't think I'd be qualified to do that. So I don't think I would do it formally. I mean, if you ask me for advice on something, I'll give it. So, I mean, there's that. But number 65. Do you have a happy place you go during meditation? Yes, it's this wonderfully magical land with sprinkles and fairy dust and no children. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I swear, I'm kidding. Do I have a happy place? Usually, yeah, I do. It's usually in the middle of a forest, believe it or not. Just like a big open field, just me, some grass, looking straight up. And that's my happy place. What is your favorite witchy book? Did we not go over that already? I thought we did. I thought we went over that. Oh no, they asked me for the one that inspires me the most. So if I remove that book from the mix, if again we're going for nonfiction, not a fictional writing, I'm gonna have to go with I don't know. Oh, there's a book, I can't remember, The Celtic Underworld. I really like that book too. That's a good book too. Is it Otherworld or Underworld? Might be Otherworld. No, I have not read it in a while, which is a shame. But do you have a ritual to get ready before a ritual spell? It depends on the ritual or spell I'm going to do. If it is a big Sabbath. If it's one of the big ones, yes. If it's not, if it's just, let's say, my daily ritual, for example. No, I do not. If my ritual before a big ritual where I do the full-on cast a circle, call the quarters, whole kit and caboodle, I'll take a shower with salt, cleanse myself, that whole nine. I'll do that. Do you always use your own spells or do you tweak others? I do both. I will, because my spell writing skills are not up to par as far as I'm concerned, I'll try to do it myself, but I will not lie. There are times where I'll see one in a book or whatever, and I'll go, oh, that'd be great. Now I just change this, and I'll take this component out, and I'll stick that component in, that kind of deal. That. Do you prefer spells or rituals inside or outside? That depends on what it's for. Since I've been in the house that I'm in now, that has a fenced-in backyard, and my neighbors cannot see me, I am more inclined to do more rituals outside than I used to be. The last place I lived, my yard was completely open. My landlords did not know what I was, and if they did, they never commented on it. So it depends on what it is, and also whether or not it's raining. Because there's a lot of times, especially this time of year, where it rains. So I can't do ritual outside. If you're coming from a Christian or Catholic background, did you find their transition hard with the family and the whole going to hell thing? Basically leaving all you told was right. Growing up, my mother was not particularly religious when I was growing up. She is now. Which especially the last 15 years or so, I want to say, 15, 20 years, she's turned very religious in that time period, and it's not something I can wrap my head around, because when I was growing up, she was so not that way at all. Me and my sister would be sent off to church on Sunday mornings. She would not go. No. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't come out and told her that, hey, I'm a witch. I just, she'll believe me. It's like, do you believe in God? Yeah. It's not the same way you do. Kind of deal. The reason I have not done that is, A, because I know she'd freak out and probably try to take my kids away from me. That's how strong her religious convictions are nowadays. Thankfully, my kids are a lot older, and it was really hard when I had to live with her when the kids were small. And that would be a big problem for why I was lapsed for a long time, because I couldn't. I had to do it on the sly, on the sneak, even to buy a candle, I had to sneak it into the house. It was ridiculous. But yeah, it's been difficult. What are your totem animals? My totem animals? Yadaba. I like... I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to answer that, because there's certain animal energy I like working with, but I don't know if that makes them my totem animal, though. So I'm just gonna skip that one and go to the next one. What are some things you reuse after spells or ritual work? What do I reuse? Okay, if a candle. I will reuse a candle if it has not been, if I did not etch into it, it was only got oil or whatever on it, I'll wipe the oil off and I'll reuse it again. I'll try to keep it within the same vein of what it was used for before, but that doesn't always work out. But I think that's pretty much the only thing I'll reuse, because incense I'll let burn out. Salt I won't reuse. Unless it's for the same, like, no, not even then. Let's see, where are we? Oh, 73. Who helped you? 73, we're almost done. Woo! Who helped you most when you started on your path? Nobody. I had no help. I was completely and totally on my own. I had books to help me. That was it. I had books to help me. That was it. Do you know any good witch phone apps like moon phases? I have the only witchy app I have on my phone is my moon phase app, which is Luna Solaria. I talked about it in my first moon phase video through the series that I'm doing. For the very first one where I went through what the moon phase and stuff like that, I talked about that app in that video. I think it's Luna Solaria, I'm not sure, but it's a great app. I love it. What is your favorite magical study? My favorite magical study. My favorite thing to study. That's hard, because I will bebop around and pick and choose and change and be all over the place. So I don't know that I have a favorite area of study. I don't think I can answer that one either. That sucks. Outside of the YouTube and Facebook community, do you have a lot of witchy friends in the physical world? No. Again, make me sound like a little lost puppet. No. I don't. It's just the way it is. It's not that I don't want them. It's just I've always been a solitary, and I just don't. Finally, last question. Do you feel that the deities we work with are a force from a higher power, and that all belief and religions are from the same one God place? I worded this the best I could understand. Okay, so... Okay. I believe that all deities do come from one primal source. Yes. Well, not all deities, but I mean, the first deities, because I know there's, this deity came from this deity, union kind of thing. So, all deity can be traced back to a primal source. That's to one primal source. Yes, I believe that. Do I believe all deities are actually one God? No, I don't. The reason being for that is because I don't think a deity would pit itself against a deity. I don't. So, I mean, it's just, why would a deity, it doesn't make sense in my brain, to me. That's my opinion. It doesn't make sense to me. But, yeah. So, that's the 77 questions. Oh my gosh. That's a long one. This one's over half an hour, and I don't remember how long the other one is. I think it was almost half an hour, if not already over. So, wow. I may put this up as a two-parter instead of learning to edit. Oh, mercy me. Oh, mercy me. Anything to get to learn how to edit, right? So, anyway. Like I said at the beginning of the first video, Tequila tagged everybody. So if you're watching this and you haven't already done it, you've been tagged, and it really is a really good tag. Because I mean, there was some stuff you saw me, I had to hem and hum because I wasn't sure. There's some stuff that I never thought about because nobody ever asked me before. So, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or what have you, please put them down in the comments below. Message me on Facebook. Just to give me a shout saying, hey, I watched it. You sucked. No, don't. Don't tell me that, please. My self-esteem is fragile. I'm a fragile child. I'm having too much fun with this. But yeah, so I hope you guys, I encourage you guys to do this tag. Watch as many of these tag videos as possible. We need to learn as much as we can from each other. So please share, please comment, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.